I would request Sister Anu to spotlight both the speakers. A little bit of change. We have a new speaker with us instead of Sister Luciana from Brazil, Sao Paulo, who is the regional coordinator, the national coordinator there. We have with us another Sister Luciana. She's from Florianopolis, Luciana Rossi. Welcome, Sister. I would pass it on to you later because this is just a last minute change, so I don't know much about your biodata. And we have with us also Brother Rodrigo Ambrose. Hope my pronunciation is correct, though I'm not Portuguese. So Brother Rodrigo Ambrose.
It's correct.
Okay. Correct. Thank you. So I'll just speak a little bit about him because I have his biodata with me. So he's a professor and also a speaker specializing in meditation and the quality of life since 84. It's been almost 40 years now. And he has completed multiple specialization courses at our headquarters in Brahma Kumaris in Mount Abu. And he serves as the technical head for IT, information technology, at the BKs in South America. And he's also a technology consultant for various international projects. And also, he is the director of Studio Ambrose. I guess that Ambrose is his surname. It's a consulting firm specializing in system development, and also a senior consultant at ESM Trenemantos. My God, it's a very tongue twister name. So basically he designs and conducts behavioral training programs. And also he's a master trainer in neuro-linguistic programming. That's NLP. All of us know NLP. And also certified practitioner in Ericksonian hypnotherapy. So he's a hypnotherapist as well. And he's currently based in the center of Florianopolis, which is in Brazil. He coordinates the activities there. And we'll hear from Sister Luciana herself. She'll be doing the self-introduction. And as always, before I pass it on to both of them, so a few lines about today's value and for them as well. So today's speakers are on the spiritual journey that's endless. That's because they have surrendered their life to the limitless. Their efforts to spread the true knowledge are indeed tireless, which in turn makes them internally very pure and viceless. You see, in today's fast world, where people are leading a life which is lifeless or listless as well, despite putting in a lot of effort, the results appear very fruitless. Surrounded by a lot of grief and sorrow, the inner being appears spiritless. There the Supreme comes with a solution that's indeed priceless, and teaching us how to connect with Him through the wireless, thereby getting rid of the I and mine and becoming truly egoless. So with these few lines, I would request both of you to carry on with this. So over to Sister Luciana first for your self-introduction. Thank you.
I'd like to say something about Luciana. She served many years in New York with Mohini Didi.
Good. Thank you, Sister Claudia. We didn't know that. Thanks.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me well? Is it okay? Yes. It's good to see you, Claudia, and also Manoj and all the team. Thank you for this opportunity. It was last minute today in the morning that Sister Luciana, the other one who was supposed to be here, she's the national coordinator of Brazil. She unfortunately, she couldn't be with us today, but she said if I could replace her. And as Sister Claudia was saying, I was 12 years in New York with Mohini Didi, and I'm still involved with many international projects, especially this one called Call of the Time. It's a series of dialogue to serve the ones who are serving the world. And since the pandemic, I came back to Brazil, so I'm now in Brazil. And my background is in business. I studied MBA in the United States, and I worked many years with business and in the big corporations and finance and this and that. But now since I went to New York, I full-time dedicated to the Brahma Kumaris, and I really enjoyed this topic. I had a short time to reflect on the being unlimited, but I think will be very interesting to share this today with Brother Rodrigo. And I would like to start asking him, because what I understood is that it was last week, the same topic, right? And today, workshop, and I think going deeper, right? With our experiences and reflections. So I would like to start this conversation asking him how he experienced being unlimited.
Hello. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here. The image that this Zoom, these small faces in the Zoom as the angels playing with jewels. It's very beautiful. And congratulations for all of you, because this is a proof of persistence. 106. It's not easy. I remember the Brij Mohan with the purity and world renewal that happened for so many years. That this is divine. For so many years to do something like this is very good quality. Well, this question is very deep. I think that we need to share and to explain many points. But my experience nowadays mainly is about meditation. It's about to serve others and unlimited stage. There are many things. I will share some with you. But I think that the main experience nowadays is to really feel the call of the time. The people around the world, they are, as we know, they are asking for help, asking for someone to help. Angels, God, anyone. And if we have the right consciousness, we can beat these beings, we can beat these angels, we can beat these instruments, nimitz, instruments of God. So I think that the main, very practical, is when you are remembering God, and you can just receive a lot of virtues, a lot of powers and light. Just be calm, just be in the right consciousness, but this spread of light to be automatically. You don't need neither to think, just to experience it deeply. I can share then more some aspects of this, but I love to stay in this stage and to practice this during the day. Like the brother said, I think 2 or 3 Indian brothers, they said like that, just give Sakash. And you, Luciana, how you are experiencing this? We don't prepare anything because Sister Luciana went early today to buy vegetables and this type of things, mundane things, and she just arrived, I think arrived some minutes ago. So how you
And by
experience
the way, we are in the same center, so it was good that we know each other a little bit. Brother Rodrigo and myself, and others are staying in the same center in the south of Brazil. I experienced this when I heard this unlimited, the story that came to my mind, and it's something that I try to do and experience often. It's the story of when I went to Madhuban, to the headquarters of Brahma Kumaris. This was like, I think just before the pandemic, one of the, when maybe 2018, I think, there was a call of the time retreat there. And usually when I go, I am involved in retreats, this and that. There is very little time from the moment I arrive till the end. It's only serving and preparing and helping with the retreats and everything. So there is very little time, like 1 or 2 days sometimes, just that I can focus on myself. And this time there were 4 days. I was so fortunate. After the retreat, there were 4 days that I stayed there, and I was able to stay in Pandak Bhavan. For those who don't know, is the main area where the buildings where the founder Brahma Baba stayed the last days of his life. So it's a very powerful, it's a smaller campus. It's the original campus in this mountain, and it's very powerful vibrations, and it's difficult to find a room if you want to stay. Usually we go for a few hours, right? So I was able to stay there, and I was thinking, what should I experience? So before Mohini Didi and also Sister Jayanti, they left, I had a chance to talk with them and ask, what kind of effort they suggested. And I told Mohini Didi, I'm very close to her, I told her I would like to be in such a silence, so deep, that I can listen to God. I want to listen very clearly what He wants me to be now. And then she looked at me and she said, renounce even your purest desire or purest wish. So this is being unlimited for me. There is a lot to do with renouncing everything, renouncing. I check if I have something that is a wish or something that is a desire, or if I want anything, because this is kind of a limitation, right? It has to do with my own capacity at the moment. But I'll talk a little bit more about this. I wanted to ask a question now related to this, because when I share with you that it's kind of renouncing, letting go, renouncing in terms of it's a way not to have any limitation, to really think if I want something. At the moment that I say I don't want anything, that is stepping into this unlimited stage. So for you, what is are there any things that kind of doesn't let you be unlimited? Is there, like
Yes,
I
sure.
was sharing that there is something about wanting. No? Wanting is something that doesn't allow me to be unlimited. What is for you? What is that doesn't let you be unlimited?
I made a list. It's
Really?
not, yeah, a list. And I added one that is distractions. The first time that I went to Madhubay in 86, I met the daddies. At that time, all daddies, our senior brothers and sisters was there. Every day is Daddy Kumarka reading the Murli and Daddy Janki giving a class. So that is very, very powerful. And I have a special meeting. With home, a special meeting. And I received a blessing I was very young. I began in this journey with 18 years, just recently completed 18 years, 18. So I was very young. And in this meeting, I received a blessing. You are a Master Almighty, powerful Master Almighty authority. It is a great honor, a lot of titles. And that immediately change many things inside. So sometimes when we are stuck in old beliefs or limited identity, this is a secret that we work in coaching or therapy. The limited identity, I am like this, is that limited I. I'm from this country, I'm from this religion, this background. This is very, very limiting. So one of the things that we can do, then we can talk more about the solutions, but is change these limited identities or beliefs. And so when adopt, for example, the titles that we receive in Brahma Kumaris, there's a lot of titles. When we just try out that, this can make us step on the unlimited stage. No? But answering your questions, one of distractions, and we must care, take a lot of care today because the social media and YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so on, they make our mind and body create dopamine. And this makes us to get really attached to that experience. So it's not so easy to be free of this attraction of social media. So I adopt, that's one thing is limitation, what's the solution? We need to share the solution. I adopt a detox, daily detox. I just about 7 o'clock afternoon, I just turn off my my mobile phone, and then only after our morning class, I turn on. I turn on. I turn off at night, and so WhatsApp and all of this, because this can impact our sleep, can impact our morning meditation, and so one of the things that stops us of being unlimited is distraction. But there is others that is very simple. We just forget to practice. As I mentioned, we receive a lot of blessings, a lot of titles, a lot of inspirations. But if we just forget to practice that, it makes us we cannot be unlimited. It's a kind of limitation. And more one, just more one.
You mean the first step, right? When the practice, the first step of soul consciousness.
Yeah, this is a solution. Just to finish this question, we may have, I cannot say we may have, or some may have, fear of failure or fear of the unknown. For example, when we listen that to see the goodness in the bad or in the loss, to be as Brother Manoj was saying that I remember I was there when Dadi Kumarka said that at that time her effort was to love everyone equally, to respect the older and the junior the same. It was very beautiful, very impactful at that time. And let's just imagine we adopt this in our life. I must give love to everyone, not law. And then if I'm not sure about this, if I have some doubts about this, I have failure. For example, I can think what others will do. They will take advantage of me because I'm being lovely, I'm being a nice person. There is bad people outside. They can step on myself. So this fear sometimes stops us to be unlimited.
Yeah.
There's this fear of unknown, fear of failure, and other
How many
things.
items you have in your list?
No, it's okay. Let's go to solution. Let's not make the list of the what stops us to be unlimited. Is what help us to be unlimited.
Yes. But I would like to move further for something more deep, because I think we talked a lot about the unlimited, being unlimited before in the workshop. Was very good questions and reflections. But I'm very interested. I know that you are, you have one specialty that is to experience, to practice, and you like the development of something, right? The development and the transformation and like the growth, the journey of transformation and growth. So I would like to know, especially to help whoever is listening to us, how to develop this experience of being unlimited, not the virtual but the experience. Is there in your journey, with all your experience of being unlimited, was there a step by step? What were the learnings? If I want to develop this, if I want to become unlimited, is there a path? That is there anything you can share to help who wants to develop this?
I will give some example of some situation. When I had, I think, 6 years or 6 years in knowledge, I was coordinator of the Porto Alegre Center. It was a center in the south of Brazil. And I was 23 years old, 24 years old, for like this. And there are at that time there are a good number of students, and we were in a retreat, and then was a retreat with Gigi Asha, first visit of her
From
to
Delhi, right?
Brazil. From Delhi
Delhi?
or RC. Nowadays, she's the coordinator of the Center of RC, one of the main speakers of Brahma Kumaris, very experienced teacher. And at that time, she told me, Rodrigo, look these souls, look these students. You must be like a mother for them. And I was a young guy. Just imagine, I was my work, was my before knowledge. Every weekend, I went to the beach to surf. I like this. And then some years after this, I was coordinator in a spiritual place. And she said this, you must to be a word. So to be unlimited, it's not that you must to be so powerful, then you can encompass, you can embrace our world, our souls of the world without power. It's things simple like this, change. I had to change. I'm this young guy to think I'm a mother of the world. I'm a mother for them. And then I need to sit with each one. I need to listen. I need to care. I need to talk, to prepare things for them, for the students. And so was a shift from consciousness. I'm like this, now I'm like that. So the first thing I think to be unlimited is we need to know who we really are, or who we can really to be. Like this, word of the mother of the world, or an angel, like this. So the first step is we need to study. We need to get this information. We need to listen the classes. We need to read the books. We need to get the information. We need to know. First step is to know. And to know that this is possible, like this moment. The second step is to try it out. It's just to try, it's to pretend like an actor. you will not be a master, you will not be proficient in that, but you need to try. Obviously, that will be some errors, will be some mistakes, something that's different, something that's not right. But as you try, and this is more difficult for adults because they have the fear of failure, no? They feel ashamed and this type of things. But it's okay. We need to try. And second, the third step is need to validate that. I think that we need to check, is worth the effort to be like that? It's I receiving more, or is very, very difficult? It's not my nature, it's not like that. The students are not liking this behavior. You need to evaluate it if that is okay. And then you start to make something that is swap the old behavior with the new. There's something important. You cannot just take the old behavior. For example, you say that we need to give love to others like this. But before, let's say that you are more serious, more mature, more, let's say, more lawful. Now you be more loveful. You be different. You just can't take that old behavior and say, I don't like more this. I will never be more like this. Because you need to honor. This is a neurolinguistic programming that we work like this. You need to honor the old behavior because he make you survive. You are alive using that. Okay, it's not the best, but it's the best that you could do. So just don't think that's terrible, that way of to act. Just put in a, let's say, in a room, like have trophies, no? Like prizes. Just put the old behavior, the old sanskars. Okay, it was nice at that time, but now I'm try something different. And then you give this respect, and because if you create a conflict, if you create an obstacle, because I don't want more that, this conflict will attract you to that. You are giving energy for that. Just put there and forget. No? And so this is some steps. No? You need to get something small, try, you make errors, okay, it's normal, it's very normal to make some errors, but we are trying the best. It's very basic, we know, but just make something like this. Just pretend that we are very powerful. Just pretend that you are angel. I'm angel. Start walking the street. I'm an angel, like this. And then you are becoming more and more used to that.
Yeah, it makes sense, practice, right? But you said something that I also I believe this is the way. Maybe everyone, there are different methods to do this, right? But you
Sure.
said start with the change in consciousness. And when I thought about this question, if there is a format of something to build the capacity on being unlimited, I also think it has to be to start with the consciousness. So you gave example of being the world mother, but it can be, with the consciousness. But then it comes what? In terms of thoughts, it's easier to check. So do you check your thoughts if they are unlimited? How it will be? An unlimited thought, can you give an example? And then I was just thinking if there is a sequence. Okay, so if I change the consciousness, is it going to reflect on my thoughts, on my feelings, on my attitude, on my vision, on my, and then I will become an unlimited server, giver to the world. So, in the trend, you know, the consciousness of what is unlimited thought, what is an unlimited word, unlimited attitude, unlimited vision. And for me, what came was that it is beyond the capacity that I have now, even practicing Raja Yoga, meditating, and, you know, changing, transforming. It's only when I when I ask myself, am I thinking the same way that God is thinking? Now we use, as mentioned before, we use this sweet word, Baba. Am I thinking the same as Baba is thinking? Am I feeling the same? Is my attitude similar? You know, that's what makes me go a step beyond, and kind of I start to develop. So I don't know if for you there is like a sequence like that, how it flows, and can you give few examples what it will be an unlimited thought, what it will be unlimited word and vision and attitude?
While you are telling these steps, your steps, I was imagining that it's important for us. God loves us so much that he wants to do some miracles. He loves miracles. Religious is based on miracles. But for this, you need to be just silent or egoless. There is a deep connection, because when you are silent, you are not creating a lot of desires. Desires for service is a kind of desire, but the silence and egoless is connected to silence, inner silence. And so when we are just more connected, my experience is when you give space to be an instrument. I think that everyone that listen here has this experience. When you ask for help for God, but not a help, crying help, but is a question, like a student, like a children asking, how can I do this? It's to learn, is to improve. When you have this clean heart asking, I think that we receive a lot of power. But another thing is that when we create this consciousness, I'm available, I'm here, I remember you, you can touch my mind to spread what do you want. You are talking with God. And when you create this space, I think that they can touch our mind and can spread. But another thing very practical is when we are in a problem, a situation, and you create this space. I observe in my mind nowadays, I don't know what shift, but I really stop to waste thoughts, let's say like this. I'm not interested in to know why, if this is, who is the problem. I just stop the thoughts, it's natural. And then when you invite, when you are able to receive this, I think that in this situation, God can act. You can really be an instrument. So to me, is silence. And another thing, I think that we need to use more this power of our mind, the spiritual power. We need to use much more. I had prepared some ideas before when I would talk with Sister Luciana Ferraz. And one of the things is that nowadays in the business world or in practical world, before you had to use the physical power, but then you created machines and robots and tools. We don't need to use so much the physical power. And then the intellectual power. We need to organize our to-dos that someone was saying. We need to organize our to-dos, we need to prepare something, some programs, we need to decide. It's very intellectual work in God's service. It's the same. That's no different between this type of intellectual work in our work or in the service of God. But now you need to go beyond. It's very simple. Now you have the artificial intelligence. ChatGPT, do you know? I use every day. I click a button, I make a question, click a button, yes, it's perfect, the answer. So I don't need to waste so much time or energy using my intellectual energy. But now, I think that it's time to we use more our spiritual power, make more things work based on this. Is silence, to me, is silence.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember listening to you. I'm remembering one example that Mohini Didi used to give. She still does. She likes to help when we were in the kitchen, doing the sisters doing something, and there was this piece, the long piece that we had to cut, and sometimes she was doing with us. And she gave this example of the thought that is like when you cut the long piece, and you open, and some are full of peas inside, those green little things. And some you open the thing and there is nothing. And she gave this example. It was so cute that the thought, when it's full, a full thought is one that is powerful, no? So it's like a unlimited thought when it's full, and it has to do with what you're sharing now. That is with the presence now of this supreme energy, and you're saying use more the power of the thoughts, but I feel that it's like invoking the presence of the supreme and making his presence and his energy, making helping us and making our thoughts and our feelings and everything full, so that we can be an instrument, so that we can give. There was one of the Murlis, as we call the classes that we have, that it was mentioned something that the first and the last effort is of stabilizing in this word unlimited. And so this is another step, isn't it? Because one thing is to experience being unlimited, but another thing is how to stabilize, how to stay in this stage of unlimited. It's like as you practice more and more, maybe it becomes more natural. Are you able to stay in this unlimited stage all the time?
No.
How do you do?
Sure. Otherwise, I don't know where I will be. But there's something interesting that these distractions or these attractions sometimes is the golden chains of service. Will be a new type of service, and then you start to think, and then you forget that you need to give power to that. Or Sakash, today in our class was mentioned is you need to give Sakash to service. And I think that there is this image that is very interesting. India, the ancient India introduces the concept of zero. It's not the Greeks, not anyone. It was in ancient India. And today the world is very polarized. There is right, left, nationalists, and liberals, and a lot of things. There is one side and another side. And We, as Brahmin, we need to be in the middle. We need to be zero. Zero is not left, neutral. And zero is a point. For definition, technical definition, a point is like the infinite because it has an infinite number of sides. This is a mathematical definition. So the point is unlimited, is infinite. And at the same time, the point is neutral. It's not, because just imagine if you start to get this, if you, I don't know in other countries, but I know that United States and Brazil, I think that other countries too, these last elections, we have some family, sometimes BK family. We have some that like some kind of these principles or some parties, some Republicans or Democrats, or in Brazil is the same. And they just imagine if you like, if you are very rigid in one of these positions that is not in neutral position. Just imagine if you meet someone that are thinking differently, how you can serve that person. So we are spiritual beings, we must be in the middle, in the center. And so the first stage that someone said is soul conscious, to be the soul, to see the soul, don't see the color, that type of thing. So this is very good. And then you go beyond. You go beyond because we are free. Luciana, you told me some days ago that you are studying some drills that God we call to Bapdada, some drills, some exercises, spiritual exercise. Can you share some that make us unlimited? There is some one like
before,
this.
Before I wanted to share something also that it's, I think it's very relevant to this topic. It's kind of a sign. How do we know we are becoming unlimited? It's very practical, but it's that consciousness moving from I to we. I think this is very important because sometimes we are doing great things, but a little bit of ego comes, right? It's involved. The thinking I and my and mine, and moving to thinking we. So I had this thought that there is a difference between a team and a group of people working together. That in the team, all of us have this consciousness of we. And it's not a group of I and me's. Like we can be individual in a group working together, but to have everyone thinking we, it's like a team. And I think this is really important everywhere nowadays to really. So it's more like how can I use this soul consciousness to strengthen the we, right? The we consciousness. I think this is a very practical and clear sign of being unlimited, that I am able to embrace the we. We always hear in our classes, change the word my. When you think my, I think I the soul, and my Baba. So you always also see something like that, the sign of being unlimited. Do you think this is a good sign?
Yes, I will just ask Brother Manoj if the timings, how is timing?
Yeah, so actually we have finished the timing. It's just 15 minutes left. So what we could do is we could have that. Do you want to practice meditation in the format of the drill? Maybe we could do that in the end, the last 5 minutes meditation, closing meditation. So you all can just wind up with something last comment, or we will close now. You all can just wind up in the last few minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I just
that was
want
my-
Luciana can conduct the drill, but I just like to add that easier than disinterest or detachment or to be free from let's say attractions is this last expression that you said, that is my Baba. Né? When we have interest and just interest in God and our Father, and our world becomes Him, it's completely easy to be detached for everything else. So sometimes we try to cut the attractions for many things, but this is endless. The easier way is just to create more and more attraction. Other word seria love, more and more love, more and more respect, more and more understanding, more and more admiration. To our Father, Supreme Father, then it will be very easy to be in this stage unlimited and to cut all attachments. So it's a very good yukti. My turns in my Baba. This is my last sentence.
So wonderful. So thank you so much. And it was amazing. Like we never knew how 45 minutes passed, because it's beautiful, the questions which Sister Luciana raised, that what are the distractions which prevent you from being unlimited? And Brother Rodrigo very patiently told us a lot of distractions, and they stopped over there. Then they went on to looking at what are the signs that how in myself on my spiritual journey which make me show that I am unlimited, and how can we develop that. And finally, Sister Luciana wants to speak about the drills as well. So thank you so much, both of you. I'll just request Sister Anu to propose the vote of thanks, and I'll then quickly do the announcements. We'll take a group photo and then dive into the meditation. Yeah, over to you, Sister Anu.
Thank you, Brother Manoj. Yeah, it was wonderful sharing, particularly when you bring the experience with seniors, and that gives us deep insights. I think many points are beautiful. I also loved it. Rodrigo brother, you said the old sanskars, you have to be gentle, kind to that as well. That is also being unlimited. Otherwise, there is a tug of war or negativity, and it won't help. So on behalf of Sister Claudia, who is not able to be here at the moment, and also Dr. Mehta, who is usually with us to listen throughout the whole 4 years, on behalf of both of them and the whole team and all the participants, I want to really thank from my heart for this very insightful conversation between both of you. And we'll revisit the videos. We have the videos, and we'll take notes and bring benefit or correction to ourselves. So thank you once again. And as we always do, yes.
Do you want to take the photograph first, and then I do the announcements?
Yeah, can we do that?
Yeah, sure.
So we always take a photograph, virtual photograph, to mark the memorial of this moment of your companionship. So everyone who would like to be in the photo, please open your video. And we'll also share with our senior guest speakers. Thank you at the photo.
Thank you so much for your photograph, the online photograph. I'm sure all of you are feeling much more inspired and putting your videos on. So hold it on for the meditation as well. It's good to see each other and take the drishti. So it's good to have the video on. Okay, so I'll quickly do the announcements. And the announcements are quite a bit new as well. So let's go on to the Values for Life series. We have remaining 2 more episodes. episode 107 on persistency and consistency. It reminded me what Brother Rodrigo said, that we have been very persistent and consistent with the series. In Hindi, we call it Atalta. And it was supposed to be a conversation, a dialogue between Sister Dipti, who is from South Africa, and Sister Maureen from UK. But for some reasons, Sister Maureen can't do it because she's traveling on that day. So it is on the 19th of Jan. It will be a solo talk by Sister Dipti, who is the center coordinator in Cape Town. Sorry, in Johannesburg, actually, sorry. And after that, as always, again, we have another Portuguese speaker, as we have with us two elegant Portuguese speakers today. We have Sister Mara, who's from the Portugal, and she's the national coordinator there, and we'll be listening to her during the workshop the week after 19, that is on 25th of Jan. Again, the first hour is experiential exercises, and second hour will be her talk. She has been with us in the past as well. This is our elegant calendar, which has been, as always, a big thanks to Sister Kosha for devising that. And before I move on to the next announcement, there's a big announcement. Let me thank Sister Taran, who is also one of the centers, one of the very tireless Sevadharis in the background from the Vancouver team. And she has proposed this. And this announcement, please listen to it with a bated breath, because we are coming up with the Values for Life series book, and whereby we'll be compiling all these jewels which we are really sharing here. So we'll be having it in phases. It will be coming up. So first we'll be having volume 1, followed by volume 2. First, we'll release the Values for Life episodes. That is the senior Rajyogis who have shared their immense wisdom on every value. So these are still in the process. Don't get fooled away by this. This is just the process has started. It is still not available online. So just let me tell you, we are in the process of doing it. We had our first meeting today, 12 hours ago, and things are going in a good direction. So we'll be coming up with these beautiful books, a lot of wisdom in each of these books. And I'm sure when you go back and read each and every value, what the senior Rajyogi had to mention, including our very senior Sister Shilu Didi, Usha Didi from Madhuban. We have Sister Jayanti, Sister Mohini, and all the other speakers from all over the world, different parts of the world. It is an amazing resource to have, and I'm sure all of you, at least our participants, would want to have this in your library, because you'll have witnessed the series in action yourself by being a participant. So we'll be doing that soon. I thought it's good to announce that. Thank you so much, Sister Taran, for this. And these are our websites and our playlists. Please feel free to click on them. And our email addresses are valuesforlifeseries@gmail.com. That's the Vihasa one, and the Vancouver@ca.brahmakumaris.org. And our websites are vihasa.in and vancouver.brahmakumaris.ca. So I'll just stop sharing the screen now. And with this, I'll invite Sister Luciana now to please go ahead with the meditation, the drills. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful, this book, very beautiful. I would like to invite you just to experience, and I think that's my what I'm learning with these drills is that it's not a meditation commentary. So it's not to think about it, but it's to be there, to really enter into the experience of whatever I'm going to share. And so few words, but more the feeling of being there. So just let's start with going within. Remembering who you really are, the eternal, peaceful, powerful, loving, unlimited soul. And let go of all negative feelings from the past. See yourself as a point of shining light in the center of the forehead. So don't think about it, but go there. I, the soul, and here, in the center of the forehead, I'm shining light. I'm shining love. I'm shining peace. Spreading power. You can enter this point of light. And stay there. Very quiet, still. You invoke the presence of the divine, the supreme soul. And with his company, you become unlimited. I am safe. I am powerful. I am unlimited. You can repeat this inside. I am safe. I am powerful. I am unlimited. And very slowly, gently, bring back your attention to your body, to your breath. And notice, you can notice how you feel. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much, both of you,
Thank
for
you.
your insights and meditation. Thank you.
Om Shanti.